Parker Mackay, I don't know if we've talked much about him this season, and we probably should have at the start here. What's always stood out to you about him? He's a guy that's a lot of guys describe as a selfless player and willing to do anything for his teammates.
Well, I think you hit it right on the head. I mean, he won team awards for that when he was playing junior hockey. He's a strong character. He's I call him kind of a junkyard dog type player, and I think the last 3 games for sure, I think he's been outstanding for us and how he needs to play leadership-wise. But it's just part of his makeup, and when he's playing like that, he's a very effective player for us.
How the recruit? He was kind of a late find, I feel like, for you guys on.
Not really.
Recruiting?
No, not really. Not really. I mean, obviously, it helped that Carson was here. Susie, obviously, the relationship there, but we had our eye on him, and obviously, like any recruit, doesn't matter when you get him. Certainly, looking for a player that. You need the warrior guys too that are willing to do those things, and he was certainly one of those and fit that mold right from the day we started recruiting him.
How much have you seen his game grow since he started here? I think last year we started to take a pretty good offensive step.
Well, I think it's been hard for him the first couple, even last couple of years maybe because of injuries. I think he's, first year. Coming in, I think the pace of the game was pretty high for him. But I think when you come in and you try and do things at that pace that maybe you're not ready for, instead of just slowing down and doing the things you're good at consistently. And I think he learned that early. I thought he trained very hard to get in better shape, get stronger, get faster over the last 2 years, and I think that's shown. The unfortunate thing last year, he had a good start, then he got hurt, then got hurt again, so his seasons have been abbreviated a little bit. So we're hoping to get a full year out of him, and right now I think he's played extremely well for us, and I think it shows why he's wearing a letter.
His willingness to block shots and put his body on the line, how much does that stand out to you, and what do you think that how much do you see that rub off on his teammates as well? I mean, he's a guy, I think freshman year we saw him block that shot with his neck, and then I think it was last year with the thumb injury from blocking the shot.
Well, I mean, it's part of the game. I mean, obviously he's going to kill penalties for us, and sometimes those are the risk you have when you're doing that, but he's got a willingness to not only do that, he's got a willingness to go into the tough areas of the rink, and you need those guys. I mean, you need those guys when he does do, when anybody blocks a shot, it's a huge uplift on the bench. And I don't care who it is, but we could certainly use more of that over the course of the game as the year goes on. But if he's got to be the guy to provide that example, then hopefully other guys follow. But like I said, to me, he's got that mentality, and he's not. When you're not afraid to play in the tough areas of the rink and do those things, to me, you're a very valuable member on your team.
How happy were you to see Nick Deary rebound the way he did Saturday and get a shutout against Bemidji?
It was great. I said to you guys last week he's going to get another chance, and I think for him, felt very, very good for him. Obviously, it's something we needed. Our goaltending, needed to be better, just combined, and he stepped up and gave a real solid game. So hopefully now that he's done that, now the competition really starts, because I'm not sure it was really there early. I think those two guys, obviously had the lead because of what they did last year and being older guys, returning guys, but now I think that competition is hopefully starting.
You've got a couple of freshmen D that have rotated in and out. Matt Anderson's already, Louis Rail, they've both given you quality shifts and work from some of the freshmen that have rotated in up front. How healthy is the competition right now for playing time?
Well, it's very, there's a couple guys even on the back that we haven't gotten in yet, and certainly we hope to do that. But I like the step that Matt took from game 1 to game 2. A lot of that came from a good week of practice. I think Louis has been pretty consistent. one's right, one's left. So, it changes our dynamic a little bit, but I think both of them have done very well, as have the other freshman D, and I like what I'm seeing out of some of our freshman forwards too that are getting better. And it's not always the guys like Swaney and Richards and Kobe Roth and Kobe Bender, who hasn't played but he's starting to come and practice. So those guys are starting to show signs of improving and getting better and getting more comfortable, and that bodes well for us. So it does create a very, very healthy environment, and the competition is very high.
Despite that result on Saturday, would you consider that a step forward or a good building block for the team as far as their compete level and their response from Friday to Saturday night?
Well, we asked our team to we wanted to see what kind of response we were going to have. Obviously we felt through a majority of that Friday game we played a pretty good road game, and aside from them scoring their power play goal to go up 2-1, where we kind of took our foot off the gas a little bit and allowed them to take the game away from us. I thought we did some really good things, and I thought that carried over into Saturday, and it's probably a little more complete game by our team. But again, we got to find the back of the net, and the good thing is our goalie didn't let any in either, so it was just one of those games. But I thought our team, through the first 4 games, has done a lot of really good things. I've seen some real positive signs in some individual play, some of the team play, and obviously there's some areas that we got to keep working on to get better.
With a team like Merrimack that you've never played, and they've played only 3 games this year, you've played only 4. Obviously you look at film, but how much of it at this point in the season is about what you're doing through this week? Do you want them just to focus on themselves?
Well, I think every weekend it's more about what we need to do, and a lot of it's you watch when you haven't played teams, you kind of watch to see if they do anything different, and they don't do a lot of things different. They have some very good players, and they work hard, and they can skate, and they're a puck possession team. I think we're 4 or 5. I don't know what order, but they have had the puck a lot too in their first 3 games. So for us, it's it is really more about coming out and trying to play the way we need to play, and if there's adjustments that need to be made. They do some different things on the power play, I know that, so that's going to be a little bit of an adjustment and kind of a feeling out process until we get in the game.